I thought UNC was terrific defensively tonight. It disrupted us quite a bit. It was challenging for us to run our offense in certain possessions. And never really got into a rhythm. I thought the third quarter they came out with great intensity and kind of separated themselves with that double-digit lead. I thought we made it interesting at the end, but ultimately we couldn't get enough stops, to cut into that lead. We would score, and then they would come back down and score. So a lot of lessons to be learned for us, a lot of things we can improve. That's what I told my team after the game. What I told them was, obviously it's a long season, it's 18-game schedule, and you have to be ready on these Thursdays and Sundays to come back and play. And I think we're a new tip on Sunday, and we're playing a really good team. So, it's the bounce back that's really important for us moving forward, and hopefully we'll be able to do that.
Over for questions, go ahead.
Just starting off, obviously the score open the game was what it was, and then you kind of been separating yourself in the third quarter. In terms of the lessons you mentioned, you take away from the resiliency to come back a couple times, but also letting it slip away.
Yeah, as far as like the lessons, all from a basketball standpoint, I'll wait till I watch the tape. I like to see kind of where the mistakes are. Sometimes what you remember is not the same as what actually happened. But I thought we didn't panic, even though it took us a while to score to start the game. And I thought our defense held us in it. We weren't scoring well, but we only gave up 12 points in that quarter, and then the second quarter we gave up 9, and the score was tied at the half. And I thought not scoring was like 8 minutes to open the game, something like that. It felt like forever. I thought, we were in pretty good shape to be tied after a start like that. But they fight. They wanted to win, and it's hard to win on the road in this league, and we've said it all year. Like, it's a really challenging year for our league, and we just got to try and keep getting better and try and turn it around on Sunday.
And then it's been a few games since Shy's really broken out and scored a lot. It seemed like she stepped up when she was called upon. Was it just sort of like she knows what the team needs thing, or was it like a confidence in this game?
Shy's a big game player. She's been since she came here, and offensively, things when they break down, she has the ability to create her own shot, and I think you saw that. Particularly in the second half, she can get in the lane. She attacked well. Got to the free throw line. So she did have a good offensive night. She's capable of that. We had quite a few nights last year where she did that. So it's good to see that she was able to do that. And hopefully that gives her more confidence, because she is a big scoring threat when she's aggressive.
Kara, what kind of challenges did Deja Kelly present to you guys tonight?
Yeah, all their players presented big challenges for us. They have great size, positional size, great scoring ability, and aggressive. I thought they were aggressive, attacking the paint, and certainly making shots. So, we did not do as good a job as we hoped at keeping them out of the paint, taking layups away, as many layups as we could. I don't think we can go a whole game and never give up one layup, but they got probably more than we would have liked in the paint, and so we'll have to go back and see whether it was our angles, our help side, whatever it is. I can't tell you what it is right after, but we definitely have some improvements to make on that end.
You guys tied it late in the third quarter, and then they went on a run. What happened there in that run for Carolina that kind of turned the momentum? What were they doing, or what were you not doing?
Yeah, I think just defensively, we weren't able to stop their attack toward the basket, and a number of players kept getting drives to the basket, and they did a great job finishing, not only just getting drives to the basket, but finishing those shots. So, we'll have to look and see. I can't break down every drive, but I know that they kept getting to the paint, and we need to do a better job of beating them to the spot and not letting them penetrate our defense that deep. So I thought it was just a lot of deep drives to the basket.
you've emphasized the importance of taking care of the ball, and you guys did a good job cutting into the lead a couple of times, but particularly at the end of the third quarter, there were a few turnovers that kind of hindered that ability to cut into the lead. Could you talk about, executing offensively?
Yeah, decision making was poor at times, and I thought it really stymied a couple opportunities to kind of capture momentum, because we would get a stop when we finally started to get some stops, and then we throw it right back to them. That's not ideal. We need to continue to be focused in handling pressure, understanding when the opportunities are available, meeting the pass, and then really executing when they're playing physical defense. So that's an area. I mean, honestly, like a lot of the areas that we struggled in, were more amplified tonight, and I think that's a credit to their defense.
Coach, I know the crowd was going against you guys tonight, but what was your thoughts in this environment for women's college basketball?
Yeah, it was a great environment. I thought it was good. It was hot in there. If y'all were hot, holy cow! I was like, don't know if I was sweating or not. Poor wardrobe choice. Yeah, I thought it was a good energy from start to finish, and I think our players enjoyed. Even though most people were cheering against us, I think they enjoyed the environment.
Coach, what adjustments did your team have to make in UNC to explode the team?
Yeah, we just really tried to work on having movement, just keep moving, flash into the open areas really against the zone as you're trying to find like the open areas, and those can shift based on where their player shifts are, so it's not just like one area on the floor. Move the ball, look for opportunities to cut, look for opportunities to get open shots, and then look for opportunities to drive, to be aggressive. So that's kind of what we were trying to do from the beginning. We obviously felt we'd see some zone because they played it quite a bit, and just trying to find ways to get good looks by getting the ball on the inside.
We have time for one more question.
So the rivalry between Duke and UNC is obviously really hyped up. You have 8 newcomers this year. How much do you talk about the rivalry with your team before the game, and what does it mean to you?
We didn't talk about it that much, to be honest. We really just talked about just how important that game it was, more so than it was a rivalry game. Obviously, a road game's hard to win. We're playing a great team, so just that in itself, trying to beat a great team on the road is hard enough. I don't think you have to add other things to it. I think, listen, my players are really smart. Like, I didn't have to sit down and say, hey, this is who we're playing next. This is a rivalry. Like, anybody that plays basketball or watches the sport knows that this is, a rivalry, and this is a game that people look forward to. So I didn't think I needed to tell them the obvious. So it was a good environment, and hopefully, we'll be able to bounce back on Sunday. That's the important thing in this league. When you have a loss, you got to try to stop the bleeding. And so we're going to try to do that on Sunday. Thank y'all.